Well, SmackDown wasn't that good tonight. Was very okay, but not good enough. Tonight top tonight's called Goofy and Garbage in Greensboro. Will Battleground be any good? So much I say tonight. I'm the Godfather Soldiers from swimming, and and um so stick around. Right back and getting some music playing. Start the show. Right now, right back my review, and I'm opening up a show. This number one hit single for 1985 called "Can't Fight This Feeling Anymore" by REO Speedwagon. Stick around, right back and get the music playing. I'll be right back with my review. Yep. Can't fight this feeling anymore. By RL Speedwagon, all you just heard. Very good song, #1 single 1985. So, okay, let's get the show started. Roll on the show. Rest of you. Tonight's show. Okay, we go to the Then Now Forever Together intro voiced by Triple H. And by the way, let's all pray for good old JR, who has colon cancer. Let's pray for him, let him get well. Let's pray. He's one of the best commentators in wrestling history. Let's pray for him so he can get cured from colon cancer. We're all here for you, good old JR. WWE Hall of Famer. JR, let's pray for him. A shot of Greensboro starts things off when we then go live inside the venue. Tiffany Stratton is shown walking through the building, followed by Nia Jax, who is shown walking in the back parking lot. A Backlash recap video is up next. We go back inside the arena as the music of Solo Sikoa hits, as he, Jacob, Fatu, and Jeff Cobb make their way down in the ring, as Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett are on commentary tonight. Solo has a mic in hand and the fans chant Fatu. Solo says, "Ladies and gentlemen, please help and welcome the man who helped keep his U.S. title in this family, his man JC, Jeff Cobb." Solo then says when Roman lost to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, he ruined everything and lost everything for his family. Solo says that changes him winning Money in the Bank and then winning the title and bringing it back where it belongs. If anyone in the back has a problem, they need to deal with JC and Jacob Fatu. Jacob then grabs a mic and says, "Let's keep it one, honey. Keep it one, honey, and not get it twisted." And he tells Solo that he will do with or without him, in the line everyone up, and at the end of the day, Jacob is all gas, no brakes. Solo stops him and tells Jacob the reason he's doing all this is because he loves him. He then tells Jacob to look at his shoulder, and that is the proof he loves Jacob. Solo then asks Jacob about the thing he used to tell him all the time. Jacob says, "I love you, Solo." Solo tells him that it's not how he used to say it. Loud and proud, he pushes Jacob and asks him who he loves, and he used to say it. And the music of LA Knight hits, and the former U.S. champion comes to the crowd and takes out Jeff Cobb, and then runs through the crowd. We go backstage with Misha and B-Fab talking about Money in the Bank as they are interrupted by Chelsea Green and the gang. Alexa Bliss then comes in and says, "See you out there." The music of Alexa Bliss hits as she makes her way out and down to the ring as our first match is up next. Commercial break. Back from the break, Joe Tessitore promotes the four shows coming up in Tampa. Yeah, I think it's Saturday night's main event and NXT Battleground, everything, all that stuff. Bliss is in the ring as the music of Misha is up next. She makes her way out and down the ring. Chelsea Green's music hits next as the former U.S. champion, U.S. women's champion, makes her way out and down to the ring. Here we go. Women's Money in the Bank qualifier: Chelsea Green versus Alexa Bliss versus Misha. As the bell rings, Chelsea Green gets a kick from Misha and rolls to the floor. Bliss and Misha lock up as Bliss takes down Misha. Bliss runs to the ropes as she trips up Chelsea Green, who hits the ring. Bliss rolls up Misha, but she kicks out at 2. Misha rolls up Bliss only for a 2 count. Bliss and Misha trade more near falls. Misha and Bliss drop kick Green to keep her out of the ring. Misha and Bliss then go out to the outside to send Green back in. Misha and Bliss try to keep each other from getting Keeps her from getting from the ring as Green drop kicks Mishin. As Green drop kicks them. Picture in picture, Green sends Mishin into the barricade and then tosses Bliss back in the ring and covers her. But Bliss kicks out too. Green sends Bliss headfirst into the turnbuckle and then grabs her arms and pushes her down. Green covers Bliss as she kicks out too. Green tosses Bliss to the floor and walks around the ring. Green goes to the outside and sends Bliss into the barricade. Bliss tosses Bliss back in the ring and hits in the back of the head. Sorry. As Mishin is on the apron, Green kicks her, sending her back into the floor. Green takes out Bliss, and as Mishin comes back in and drops Green on her back, and then picks her up back up and drops her in with a powerbomb. Green covers Green, but Bliss breaks up the pin. Back from the pit, Mishin sends Bliss into the corner and then sends Green to the corner to Bliss. And lands on a cannonball on both women. Mishin covers Green. She kicks out at two. Mishin attempts to kick Green, but she ducks Bliss, and she gets booted instead. All three women then kick each other. Then as they go out, we get this is awesome chance. Green and Bliss exchange blows. Bliss slaps Green and takes her down with a drop kick. Out of nowhere comes Mishin, taking down Mishin. Mishin then drops Green and covers her. But Bliss breaks up the 3 count. Bliss drops Mishin on her head and goes to the top rope. Bliss then lands a twisted Bliss on Mishin and covers her, but Green breaks the hold. Chelsea hits Mishin with an unprettier. Bliss then drops Green with a Sister Abigail DT and covers Green to get the win. The winner, Alexa Bliss. She qualifies. Hopefully, she'll tell soon she becomes a 2-time Money in the Bank winner. Looking forward to her to see Alexa Bliss versus Stratton. You go to a recap of last week with Fraction defeating the Street Profits and Faction being taken out by DIY. Up next is the music of Fraction as they make their way to the ring. Commercial break. Up next is the music of DIY as they head down to the ring. Fraction, Nathan Frazier, and Axiom versus DIY, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa. The bell rings as Axiom and Ciampa start off by locking up. Ciampa grabs the left arm of Axiom as Axiom gets out of the hole and drop kicks Ciampa. Tagging in Frazier, who runs at the ropes, taking down Ciampa. Sending him to the floor, they take out Gargano, and Frazier sends Ciampa over the barrier. As Axiom leaks through the ropes at sending Gargano to the barricade. As Axiom goes for a springboard, Gargano pulls the rope, sending him to the floor. Gargano sends Axiom and sends him to the barricade. Gargano and Ciampa sit on the barricade and celebrate. Gargano tosses Axiom back in the ring. Axiom fights back, but Gargano picks him up and slams him down, sending him to the floor. Back from the break, Axiom is trying to tag Ciampa. Trying to tag, but Ciampa stops him. Axiom then makes the tag to Frazier as Axiom and Ciampa hit the floor. Frazier drops Gargano and lands him on the shooting star press. Frazier covers Gargano but kicks out at two. Frazier goes to the top rope and comes down as Gargano moves. Gargano super kicks Frazier Gargano tags in Ciampa and kicks Frazier and covers him, but Frazier kicks out. Ciampa delivers a Project Ciampa on Frazier and covers him, but Frazier kicks out at two. Ciampa and Axiom are at ringside, on the outside. Gargano and Frazier are on the top rope, but as Ciampa is back and he is taken out by Frazier. Gargano and Axiom double team Gargano as Frazier covers Gargano. Ciampa breaks up the pin attempt. Axiom and Gargano just change blows, and Frazier and Ciampa are on the outside. Axiom grabs the armor. Axiom as Ciampa grabs Axiom and tries to take off his mask, but Frazier takes out Ciampa as Axiom rolls up the Gargano for the win. After the match, DIY attacks Fraxium. The music and motion machine guns hits as Chris Sabin and Al Shell run down to make the save. It's really great. It makes no sense for DIY to be baby faces again. They've been doing some damage to motion machine guns. We go to backstage with Ray Phoenix and Andrade. Phoenix says even though he fell from his WrestleMania moment, his next call is Money in the Bank. Souls, Yoko, Jacob Fatu, and Jeff Cobb come in if he asks Phoenix and Andrade has he seen LA Knight. Back from the break, we get a promo for Fanatics Fest June 20th to 22nd of this year. Backstage is Fraxion walking as they are met by the Street Profits. They say next week Fraxion will get their title shot. Okay, we go to a sit-down interview with Wade Barrett talking R-Truth about being sent to the table by John Cena at the Backslash press conference. Truth says Bill's pressure, but you can always depend on John Cena. Your time is now. Hustle, loyalty, respect. Speaking of light, Barrett tells Truth to listen to himself and recaps the finish at Backlash. Truth says the guy at the pre-press conference is not the John Cena he knows. Truth says he doesn't want to fight John, but he has to beat him back to his senses. He would do it. He was already talking to Nick Aldis. Saturday night's main event, and no matter what, he will walk out with his hand held high. Hustle, loyalty, and respect. It is official. John Cena versus R-Truth in a non-title match. Well, we know Cena's gonna win. Back in the video, the lights are out as the music of Aleister Black hits. He rises through the smoke and candles, and he walks slowly to the ring. Back from the break, we get a video package, a feud between Damon Priest and Drew McIntyre. We go backstage with Miz and Carmelo Hayes, and says that it's not over until he wins, and Melo is all over everybody. Miz then says to hit Hayes' music, and Hayes comes out with the Miz. They head down to the ring. Aleister Black versus Carmelo Hayes. The bell rings and both men lock up. Black grabs the arm of Hayes as he fights back and takes down Black. Makes it back up. Both men are in the corner as Black goes for a punch, but Hayes ducks. Black then takes down Hayes as they go back and forth with attempted pinfalls. Black goes for a black mask kick, but Hayes ducks it. Hayes leaps off the ropes and is met with a big boot by Black and hits the floor. Miz tosses Hayes back in the ring as Dan leaps over the ropes with a moonsault, taking down Black. Hayes then sends Black back in the ring and covers him for only a 2 count. Then we go to commercial break. Back from the break, Hayes is on top of the rope, but is sent to the floor by a kick from Black. The ref begins a 10 count. Hayes beats the count as Black drops Hayes and falls up with a big kick. Hayes is up as Black drop kicks him. Hayes rolls to the floor, but Black connects with a moonsault on the floor. Black rolls Hayes back in the ring. Black picks up Hayes and tries to fire it off, and then rolls up Black, but he kicks out at 2. Hayes plants back face first, but he rolls up Hayes for only a 2 count. Black connects with it, big knees off the top rope on Hayes and then attempts to pin. But Hayes kicks out at 2. Miz distracts Hayes, allows it to hit his allows it to hit allows his to drop Black Black on his face. Hayes covers Black for only a 2 count, but 2 count. Miz is up on the apron. Miz sends Hayes back into Miz, sending him to the floor. Black then connects with a big knee on Hayes. Miz lifts the ring and causing a disqualification. Miz picks up Black, but Black kicks Miz with a Black mask, but Hayes attacks Black. Hayes attacks Black. Hayes climbs to the second rope, climbs to the top, and connects with a big leg on Black. The commentary team said the match was thrown out. No contest. We go with Brian Sexton talking to Alexa Bliss about her win. She tells Brian she has to go. Alexa confronts Charlotte Flair about how they were friends in NXT, but Flair says she doesn't remember that. Julia walks out of Nick Aldis's office. Aldis then comes out and tells Flair they need to talk about Money in the Bank. Flair then tells Bliss she doesn't believe her. Drew McIntyre is shown walking backstage. Commercial break. Back from the break, we have a video package featuring Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax hyping up a title match for tonight. Back in the arena, the music of Drew McIntyre hits as he makes his way down to the ring. McIntyre has a mic in hand. He says he heard what Priest had to say. Drew says the only reason Priest is relevant because of his feud with Drew McIntyre. Drew says that Priest is obsessed with him. Drew says it's jealousy. Drew says it's only better than Priest would have been a Grand Slam champion at Backlash if it wasn't for him. Drew says has to end and sets Priest's challenge from a video package that aired earlier for a steel cage match at Saturday Night's Main Event. As Drew walks to the back, the music of Solo Sikoa hits as he, JC, and Jacob Fatu make their way to the ring. So it looks like Jeff Cobb's full name in WWE is JC Mateo. Oh, second. Okay, so commercial break. We go backstage with Jimmy Uso walking as he talks about how he will win tonight. The music of Jimmy Uso hits as he makes his way out to the ring. The lights go out and music for Ray Phoenix hits. He makes his way out with a big pyro going up behind him. Phoenix makes his way down to the ring. Men's Money in the Bank qualifier: Jimmy Uso versus Ray Phoenix versus Solo Sikoa. The bell rings as Solo goes right after Phoenix. Solo hits Jimmy hits Solo with a big uppercut. Phoenix and Jimmy send Solo to the floor. Phoenix and Jimmy fight out as Phoenix grabs Jimmy and locks him up. Jimmy fights off Phoenix with big chops. Phoenix then leaps off the ropes and connects with Jimmy and covers him for only a 2 count. Jimmy nails Phoenix and sends him down. Phoenix gets right back up as Solo grabs the legs of Jimmy and drags him to the floor, slamming his head on the announce table. Phoenix goes up on top and lands Solo and Jimmy with a crossbody to the outside. Solo is in. Phoenix has springboards and is caught by a springboard slam. Solo runs and sends Jimmy off the apron with it to an announce desk. Solo grabs Jimmy and then slams him on the announce table. Picture in picture. Hold on a second. We go to picture in picture. Okay, Solo's back in the ring and picks up Phoenix and kicks on him, sending him down. Jimmy is back in on the apron and sends him to the floor again. Solo goes to the outside and looks under the ring. He gets back into the ring and Phoenix tries to fight him off. Solo nails him again. Solo stomps on Phoenix and then super kicks Jimmy as he tries to head back in the ring. Solo covers Phoenix, but he kicks out too. Solo grabs Phoenix and picks him up, but Phoenix Phoenix fights him off. Phoenix then sends Solo into the ring post, and both men are down. Back from PIP, Jimmy hits the ring and climbs to the top rope, climbs to the top. But Phoenix gets back to his feet and kicks him. Both men are on the ropes. Phoenix is grabbed by Solo. Phoenix kicks Solo and comes off the top rope. He's hit with a super kick by Jimmy. Solo then comes in and takes out both Phoenix and Jimmy. Solo then sends Phoenix down and connects with a Samoan drop onto Jimmy. Solo then connects with a cannonball on Jimmy into the corner. Solo then picks up Phoenix and goes for a Samoan spike, but he ducks as Phoenix rolls up Solo for the 1 count. Solo 1 count. Jimmy super kicks Solo, Phoenix, and Jimmy exchange blows. Phoenix connects with a drop kick and then sends Jimmy face first to the mat. Phoenix charges at Jimmy, but he spears Phoenix and covers him for a 2 count. Jimmy goes to the top rope as Jacob goes to the apron. Solo then spikes Jimmy and sending him to the floor. Phoenix then takes down Solo. Phoenix is distracted by JC and Jacob to allow Solo to hit a Samoan spike on Phoenix to get the win. Winner by pinfall, Solo Sikoa. After the match, LA Knight runs down and attacks Solo. Jacob, Solo, JC, and Jacob. Knight has a chair standing on the announce table. Nick Aldis then comes out and says Smackdown is where they saw their difference in the ring. It makes a match. JC versus Knight next. Then go to commercial break. JC, Mateo, Jeff Cobb versus LA Knight. Back from break, the bell rings and both men lock up. LA Knight grabs JC and turns it around and tosses Knight. Jacob grabs Knight and sends him down. Knight tries to fight him off, but JC nails him. Knight comes back and applies a headlock on JC. Knight tries to send him down, but he won't move. Knight runs and the ropes is caught by JC. Knight reverses it and slams down JC, covering, but for only 1 count. Jacob has JC in the corner delivering big right hands. JC grabs him as Knight fights him off. Jacob runs into the ropes and is sent to the mat with a big elbow to the face. JC clobbers on Knight and picks him up and hits him again. JC picks up Knight, but he fights it off with back elbows. Knight stand connects with a bot on JC and bulldogs him. Solo distracts the Knight and allows JC to send him over the top rope and back to the floor. Back from the break, JC slams Knight down, covers him, but Knight kicks out at 2. JC picks up Knight and connects with a belly to belly back suplex. He covers Knight, who kicks out at 2. Knight fires back with a rights on JC, but JC then drops Knight with a big clothesline. Jacob covers Knight and kicks out at 2. JC grabs Knight, keeping him down on the mat. The ref checks on Knight, who gets fired up, trying to fight off Knight, and sends him fight off Knight, and sends him to the floor. JC grabs Knight, sending him to the ring post. JC then backs up, runs to Knight, but Knight moves as JC hits a post head first. Both men get back in the ring as Knight hits JC with a big rights. Jacob then hits JC with a running neck breaker. Knight drops JC back first. Knight drops a big elbow down on JC and covers him for only a 2 count. Knight kicks JC and tries to go for a BFT, but JC blocks it and slams down Knight and covers him on for a 2 count. JC then connects with a standing moonsault on Knight and covers him for only a 2 count. JC picks up Knight and then nails JC with an elbow. Knight trips up JC, who's on the middle rope. Knight is on the apron. He takes out Solo and Jacob on the outside with a springboard off the middle rope. Knight goes back in the ring and catches Knight with a tour of the islands to gets the win. Winner by pinfall, JC Mateo. No, it's Jeff Cobb. We go to a video of the package of Berto leaving the ring after Santos slapped him next week. In the locker room, Santos tells Angel he needs to find Berto and invite him to dinner or something. Angel said he will try to find Berto and says Angel has been loyal since day one. Commercial break. Back from the break, we go to a visionette with Shinsuke Nakamura, who directed towards LA Knight and Aleister Black. Nakamura is speaking in all Japanese as we have English subtitles. We go backstage with Jade Cargill confronting Trish Stratton, telling her that she will win Money in the Bank and take the title just like Stratton did with Nia. Stratton tells Jade as long as she is the SmackDown Women's Champion, Jade will never be able to beat her. And she says, "See ya. Bye bye." She always says something like that. Then we go to commercial break. We have the signs of Night. First up is the music of Nia as the challenger makes her way out and down in the ring. It's Tiffany time. The music for Tiffany Stratton hits as the women's champion makes her way to the ring. Mark Nash gives us formal ring instructions. SmackDown Women's Championship. Here we go. Stratton defends against Nia Jax. Nia my whole Jax. The bell rings as both women circle around the ring, then lock up. Jax shoves Stratton down. Stratton gets up and Jax headbutts her. Stratton drop kicks Nia, but it has no effect. Now Jax's shoulder tackles the champ. Stratton then fights back and kicks on Nia. Stratton does a back handspring, but is caught by Nia and sent to the turnbuckle. and dangles over the ropes as Nia nails Stratton with a big hip attack against the ring post. Then we go to the picture in picture. Stratton hits the floor as Nia goes to the outside and rolls her back in the ring. Nia pulls the arms of Stratton and lets go. Jax covers Stratton, but she kicks out too. Nia uses the middle rope to choke the champion. Jax applies a headlock on Stratton, but she breaks the hold and fires back. But Jax drops her and applies a headlock. Jax breaks the hold. Back from PIP, Nia sends the champ head first into the corner. Nia goes for the hip attack, but Stratton moves, giving her some offense. The action goes to the floor. Stratton sends Jax into the ring post. But Jax is back in the ring, and Stratton comes off top with a big crossbody and covers Jax for throwing a 2 count. Stratton then nails Jax with a running drop kick. Nia comes back from a Samoan drop. And then a senton. Nia covers Stratton for only a 2 count. The champ connects with a big knee, a big elbow spine buster on Nia. Stratton covers Jax, but she kicks out at 2. Stratton runs to the ropes, but is caught by Jax and drop with 2 power bombs. Jax connects with a leg drop on Stratton, covers her 1-2. No. Stratton kicks out. Jax goes up on the second rope, but Stratton is up and gets up on the second rope. Stratton rolls Nia over and drops her back on the first on the mat. Stratton covers her for only a 2 count. Naomi hits music as she walks out with her new red hair and walks out with her new red hair. Wow, red hair in a steel chair. Cowgirl music hits and she takes out Naomi. Yeah, payback for costing her a match against Nia Jax last week. Her music, and she takes out Naomi to fighting through the crowd. Nia charges, but Stratton moves and hits the ring post. Stratton connects with the prettiest moonsault ever. Tiffany covers Jax and she kicks out at 2. Nia kicks out at 2. Jax pushes Jax into the floor. Jax clears off the announce desk, picks her up with a Samoan drop, and Samoan drops her on the announce desk. Nia then sends Stratton back in the ring and goes as Tiffany gets her to her feet. But Nia sits her on an annihilator. The ref counts, but Stratton gets her hands up and goes hands on the ropes. Nia leaves the ring and grabs a towel. Jax grabs a chair and hits the ref and has his back turned. But the towel back near their announce table. Stratton then drop kicks the chair into the Jax and connects with the prettiest moonsault ever and covers Jax to retain. Winner by pinfall and still Smackdown Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton. The show goes off the air and Stratton celebrates. Hopefully, I know what I'm dreaming to see. I'm dreaming to see if possibly if Alexa Bliss wins the Money Break because I'm dying to see her cash in on Tiffany and become SmackDown Women's Champion. I'm dreaming to see dying to see Tiffy time, Alexa versus Tiffy time. That's my dream match right there. I hope that's possible. And I say it wasn't that bad tonight, but still goofy, a little bit of garbage tonight. Not a bad show tonight. So that will do it for my review. Now it's time for something I like to do. It's time for It's time for Justin's Timeline History, all the wrestling birthdays, pop culture, etc., etc. All you hear that thing is singing the Back to the Future, starring Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. I can't wait for his 40th anniversary on July 3rd, 2025. His movie was released July 3rd, 1985. I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh boy, I can't wait. So let's go to yesterday's May the 15th. Oh, second screen's freezing, everyone. Okay. Yesterday was a happy birthday to WWE Hall of Famer Ron Simmons. So you know, we tag team with JBL John Lennon the Bear Show, the APA, and he was WCW World Heavyweight Champion, defeating Vader in 1992. Yesterday he turned 67. Yesterday. And yesterday was a happy birthday to would have been a happy birthday to 60th birthday to Kevin Von Erich. Kevin Von Erich. Happy birthday to him. Let's see. Let's see. In 1995 on WCW Prime. Congratulations. Johnny B. Bad defeated Chris Nelson in the video The Great Muta. I believe the Nasty Boys defeated El Cabano and Tony Vincent. And the Blue Bloods, I think it was a no contest between the Blue Bloods and Brad Armstrong and Tim Horner, and then his Bunkhouse Buck defeated Joey Maggs. And on WWF Superstars on Monday Night Raw, Owen Hart and Yokozuna defeated Nick Barbera and Jimmy Weaver. Man Mountain Rock defeated Iron Mike shot by submission. Bob Holly defeated Mantar and Jim Cornette in a King of the Ring qualifying match. Bam Bam Bigelow with Diesel defeated Aaron IRS with Ted DiBiase. And let's see, 2005 on WWE Sunday Night Heat. Val Venis defeated CM Punk. William Regal with Tajiri defeated Antonio Romero by DQ. See. Try to see what else. Okay, see now WTNA Hardcore Justice 2005 took place. Yeah, Shark Boy defeated David Young in a singles match for the Gauntlet of Gold. TNA, Team Canada, Eric Young and P.D. Williams with Shark Coach D'Amore defeated Apollo in a tag team match. Michael Shane Trinity defeated Chris Sabin and Tracy in a mixed tag team match. Raven defeated Sean Waltman, we know as X-Pac, in the Clockwork House of Orange, a fun match. Monty Brown and the Outlaw Billy Gunn defeated Diamond DDP and Ron Killings in a tag team match. Some we know is R-Truth. Naturals, Andy Douglas and Chase Stevens defeated America's Most Wanted Chris Harris and James Storm in a tag team match for NWA World Tag Team Championship. Christopher Daniels and defeated Shocker singles match for TNA X Division Championship. Abyss won last by eliminating Ron Killings 20-man gauntlet for the goal to determine number one contender for NWA World Heavyweight Championship. AJ Styles defeated Jeff Jarrett singles match for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. T. Ortiz as special guest referee. $11.59 right now. And 2015, a couple of movies released in theaters. Pitch 2, sequel to Pitch Perfect 2, sequel to 2012's Pitch Perfect was released. Rebel Wilson reprising roles, Anna Kendrick, Skylar Astin, everyone else reprising their roles. Mad Max the fourth installment of the Mad Max series was released. Starring Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron, Academy Award winner. Comedy World winning actress Zoe Kravitz was supporting role, and Nicholas Hoult was supporting role. And I'll See You in My Dreams was released starring Blythe Danner, Martin Starr, Rhea Perlman, Mary Clay Place, Madeline Ackerman, and Sam Ennett was released. This was a limited release, not theatrical. And let's see what else. Okay, let's see. Trying to see. Okay, for November. So you see November for November 16th, May 16th. See. I think I got that. See, I got. See, okay. 2015 Impact Wrestling. See. Dollhouse, Jay and Marty Bell with Tyrant Terrell defeated Rebel and Brooke Tessmacher. Mr. Anderson defeated Tyrus with Edith Conner third. The Wolves, Eddie Edwards and Dave Richards defeated Dirty Heels, Robert Roode and Austin Aries in a best of one of 5 series for the vacant TNA World Tag Team Championships. Robbie defeated Jesse Goddard's Beatdown Clan, MVP, and Kenny King and Low Key Bram and Ariane defeated Rising. Drew McIntyre, Micah, Chris Menendez, Lashley, and Kurt Angle in a hardcore match. And then there was a segment between on Impact Wrestling May the 15th, 2015, and Gail Kim confronted Dollhouse, and Taryn Terrell made some disgusting comment about her husband. Her husband. And her husband. And I'm gonna go with Taryn Terrell for this one because I recall, she slapped her for it. I don't know. I don't care. Gail. She says, "I think it's time the whole world knows that little Gail is nothing compared to me. Even your husband knows that." And she slaps her. Now I'm gonna go with Taryn Terrell for this one because because I recall Gail Kim did some bad shit to her, bully her in the past, in Impact Wrestling, in not too back. They even had had a fight in Slammiversary 2013, and Gail was a heel, Taryn's the babyface. So I'm going with Taryn Terrell for this one. I don't feel sorry. I don't feel sorry for Gail Kim. It doesn't matter. I mean, I know some of you might tell me there's a big difference between someone to what Gail Kim did to Taryn Terrell as a heel, to compare to Taryn saying some nasty stuff about her husband. Then we saw a despicable act by Eric Young, ruining the leg of Chris Melendez and the prosthetic leg. That was a despicable act, and Young against the street changed his mind and stopped opting to assault Angle with the leg. And Kurt Angle came to his aid, and he wraps Kurt Angle went to Chris Melendez's aid. Young begins to retreat, but changes his mind, opting instead to assault Angle with the leg, and he wraps the prosthetic leg around Angle's throat and screams, "I quit." And now let's go to yesterday, May the 16th. Okay, yesterday was a happy 40th birthday to Mike Finley, to Mike Bennett, who's married to Maria Kanellis. He turned 40 yesterday. David Finley, David Finley, son of Fit Finley, turned 31 yesterday, I believe. 32, I'm sorry, 32 yesterday. Okay, Liberace turned. Liberace would have been. He was at WrestleMania, the first ever WrestleMania event. Turned 106 yesterday. He would have been 106 yesterday. Liberace was a composer. He died of pneumonia. And Alex Wright, that's Wonder King Alex Wright. He turned 40 yesterday. And the guy in WWE Hall of Fame, the Godfather, known as Kama Papa Shango, he turned 64 yesterday. Okay, Lori Finch, and some of you know as Peaches from ECW. She turned. 1 second. Her husband, yeah, she's the wife of the Sandman, Lauren Fillington. She turned 58 yesterday. And let's see. Trying to see what else. Well, I know about WWF heavyweight wrestling from Washington. I'll try and find that part episode. There was nothing there. So okay, ECW Hardcore TV, May 16th, 1995. Raven defeated Tommy Dreamer in a Extreme Death Match. ECW World Championship champion Sandman defeated Cactus Jack to retain the title. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw. It was scheduled to have be a draft, WWE draft on May the 16th, 2005, took place in Omaha, Nebraska, at the Quest Center, but that didn't happen. It got canceled. Muhammad Hassan and Daivari defeated Chris Jericho and Shelton Benjamin. Ric Flair defeated Christian and Tyson Tonko. Chris Benoit versus Tajiri ended in no contest in ECW rules match until Eric Bischoff ruined it because he put ECW out of business. The same way Vince McMahon put WCW out of business because he hates ECW just like Vince McMahon hates WCW. Christy Hemme defeated Candice Michelle in a lingerie pillow fight. Hurricane Rosie with Stacy Keibler, we know as Super Stacy, defeated Maven and Simon Dean obtained the World Tag Team Championships. Then Edge defeated Kane, leading the World title and #1 contendership Gold Rush tournament final match. And it was revealed that Lita turned heel and betrayed Kane. And because the fans are booing You Screw Matt because of her cheating on Matt Hardy. And she turned heel, betraying Kane, costing him the title, and aligned herself with Edge. And this is what happened on this night. This is what happened. Listen.
He just got gold rush fever again. Lita smiling. Her husband back in control. There's going to be a big celebration in their room tonight. Oh, look out. Kane, whoa! And so Kane running to the referee. And so Kane, spear! The spear by Edge. And so Kane running to referee Kyoto. But now there's no referee. Come on, cover him. Turn over, ref. Oh, Kane set up. Uh-oh. My God, Kane set up. Oh, no. Oh, Edge got that damn briefcase. Edge got that briefcase. That's how he's been winning these matches. Kane. No briefcase tonight. You can take the day off. Lita's got the briefcase for safekeeping. Man, what a shot to the face by Kane. Edge has used that briefcase in every match he's won, and now he's briefcaseless. Wait a minute. Lita dropped the briefcase. Did this man's wife? Kane trying to get to the top. He's oh, my God, Kane. Wait a minute. What in the hell is going on here? Lita trying to revive the referee. Kane head first into that metal briefcase. Then Lita through the edge. Edge got the left hook. Kane's not moving. There's a counter. You can't believe this. Wait a minute. This is he got him. Kane. He's been screwed. Kane's been screwed by his own wife. You're damn right he's been screwed. Kane has been royally shafted by his own wife and Edge in that damn briefcase. She screwed Kane. Look at this. She's a married woman. She's a married damn woman just shafting her husband out of a world title match. My God, come on. Oh, man. Wow, this is just making me ill. Well, they were married for better or for worse, and Lita couldn't have done better, but Kane couldn't have done worse. Look at this. Can you believe this? My God, what have we witnessed here tonight? I mean, come on. Think about it. Has Edge destroyed this relationship? Is that his goal? Is that the kind of man that he is? I know one thing. The dirty rotten bastard's going to wrestle for the world title next Monday night in Green Bay. Can't call him a Christopher. The hell I can't. I'm not going to hurt. I'm not going to call her what I'm thinking. She screwed Kane. Kane trying to set up. His head driven it. You think about it. I don't think he can believe what he's seen. Now what? No, don't do this. That was Kane watching. Oh my God. My God, what the Harley.
Yep, JR was really pissed on that day. That's how yep. So why, I don't know why in the world JR should get very pissed off. I mean, Kane got what he deserved. I mean, look how Lee got with Kane in the first place. I mean, he tricked her and he's drove Matt Hardy away from her, raped her, kidnapped her, forced her got into marriage. I mean, she's justified. Her heel turn was justified, and that's how it all started. The birth of the Radar Superstar for Edge. That's how it all started. Kane got exactly what he deserved on that night, and you know that I know that and that's reminiscent. That's somehow reminiscent of what, and that would be the same. That in 10 years from like how many years, and that would be just like, and I remember when the kid and they played. And what happened was Lita kissed Kane, and JR went on the rant, and that's the same way thing that happened at SummerSlam 2004 last year. SummerSlam 2004 when Dum Dum betrayed Rhea Ripley to align herself cheated on Rhea Ripley, aligning herself with Liv Morgan. That was that was 19. Yeah, it was 19. It was like 19. And 19 years later, they had a repeat of that, like of what like when of what like when of Kane Lita Kane getting stabbed in the back by Lita and kissing Edge, and Dum Dum kissing Lita to hurt betray Rhea Ripley. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah. That's where it all started, the birth of the Radar Superstar for Edge. It's Rent Raw Money Raw Ralph the end. And see what else. Then on this day in 2015, HBO aired an original movie called Bessie, starring Queen Latifah, actress and hip hop female hip hop rapper and singer. So that's it. That will do it for my review. Everything covered. All pop culture and everything. So subscribe and got as a late channel show. I like to dress up, chubby turkey, sing like learn what you dance like James Brown. Like again, that hot tub gonna be sweat, gonna be dry, gonna be wet. Referring to Eddie Murphy doing an impression of James Brown on Saturday Night Live back in the 80s. I never grew up in the 80s. I grew up in the 90s. I saw the reruns when I was little on Comedy Central when I was little. So that'll do it. Subscribe to the Godfather Soldier, Justin Louis Lemon. Hope all of you good night. I'm going to close out the show for all of you this midnight. I'm going to close out the show with this #1 hit single from 1985 called You're the Inspiration by the group Chicago. #1 hit single from 1985, and it was 1984's. It was released in 1984. It became a #1 hit. 1985, You're the Inspiration by Chicago. So, I'll close it out with a little music. I hope I'll have a good morning. It's midnight. I'm getting some sleep. And here it is. Close out the show. You're the Inspiration by Chicago. Good night, everybody.